Is Jimmy Rollins a Hall of Famer? Mike Schmidt certainly thinks so. I'm Kerry Chow, joined by ESPN.com senior MLB writer Jerry Crasnick. Jerry, do you agree with Schmidt? Is Rollins a Hall of Famer?
Well, Kerry, when I did talk to Mike Schmidt, he said he thought he was building a strong case for the Hall of Fame. You know, he didn't really declare him a Hall of Famer yet. I think his feeling was that he needs maybe 3 or 4 more years, but that he's definitely in the discussion. And what he did was compare him to Barry Larkin, who made it with 86% of the vote in 2012. My thought on Jimmy Rollins is I think he's a stronger candidate than people give him credit for. I mean, he's not totally loved in Philadelphia, and he's not really known outside of Philadelphia. He has some great attributes to recommend him. He has a ton of extra base hits. He won an MVP award. His problem is he's only made 3 All-Star teams. He's very low in career on-base percentage and wins above replacement, and those are factors that writers take into account. So I think he's a fringe guy. Look, and when his career is done, we'll look at where he is on the ballot and we'll think about it, but it's probably not going to be an easy go for him.
You mentioned that Barry Larkin to Jimmy Rollins comparison. Who has the edge between those two players?
Well, it's amazing when I did look at it that Jimmy is already ahead of Barry Larkin in terms of home runs, doubles. He's compiled a lot of counting stats, the rate stats like on-base percentage, OPS, WAR, those kinds of things. That's where he falls down a little bit. I think when you look at the current metrics and things that writers use, Larkin probably comes out ahead. Larkin also made 12 All-Star teams, Kerry, and won 9 Silver Sluggers. Rollins has only made 3 All-Star teams, so I think Larkin has the edge on him probably in the stats that writers value the most.
So Rollins is close to becoming the Phillies' all-time leader in hits. Do you think he closes out his career with Philly?
You know, I have to put my hat on here. I would say, given the Phillies' hesitancy to part with franchise favorites, there's probably a decent chance of that. But really, when you look at it, the team is 24-31. They're kind of going nowhere. It really is up to him, you know, because he has 10 and 5 rights, and he has to consent to a trade. Now, whether when he passes Schmidt, he might be more agreeable to that because he's, you know, achieved an all-time Phillies record, we'll see. I do think we'll see his name out there this summer, but he has a vesting option which kicks in for next year. So, you know, it's really a coin flip right now as to whether he ends up with Philly or goes somewhere else. You know, honestly, if I were to hazard a guess, that's just what it would be. And so, you know, I guess we'll just have to let events play out right now.
ESPN.com senior MLB writer Jerry Crasnick. Jerry, thanks.
Thanks, Kerry.
I'm Kerry Chow with your latest ESPN headline.